Barcelona beat Valladolid by 3-0, but it's that third goal that is stealing all of the headlines because it was a record-breaking effort from Lionel Messi, which saw him score his 644th goal for Barcelona. That is now the most goals a player has achieved for a single club, eclipsing that of Pele. Ali Moreno and Shaka Hislop is with us. Shaka, I'm going to ask it. I'm going to do it. This makes him the greatest of all time, doesn't it?
Does this have any kind of relation to the World Cup in any way, no?
No, but what an achievement.
No, don't get me wrong. This is an incredible achievement, especially, not just the raw numbers, but the way he did it and his performance today. But, as I said many times before, I'll accept greatest club player of all time, but I still think he needs that final piece to his bow before I go any further.
Ali's he was been nowhere near his best so far this season, but he was good today, wasn't he?
He was really good today, and I think Barcelona as a whole were really good, especially in the first half. But the level of activity of Lionel Messi and what he was doing with the ball and without the ball. More importantly, I thought that Lionel Messi wasn't only just roaming around the middle part of the field, just getting the balls from center backs and defensive midfielders and trying to play long balls. There was actually a sequence of play in which Pedri picks out a run of Lionel Messi in behind late in the first half. Actually, Messi trying to get in behind the back line. Beautiful ball from Pedri. Messi does make contact with the ball, but Masip comes up with the save. But it's just a little sign of the understanding between Pedri and Messi, and perhaps more importantly, the fact that there is a willingness for any player, but especially for Lionel Messi, to get in behind and to threaten that space. We don't see that enough from Barcelona. We saw it today, and we saw it from Messi himself.
Ali, let's just try and get our heads around the fact that this player has scored 644 goals for the same club. It is just such an extraordinary achievement that I don't think we're ever going to see matched, are we?
No, we're not. Given what we now know as the modern game, if you will. And I'm not even talking about the modern game on the field. I'm talking about the modern game off the field and how easily players move from club to club. It is rare to see any player stay within the same club for as long as Lionel Messi has or as long as Pele did. It just doesn't happen. We're not going to see that sort of longevity, and we're not going to see that level of productivity with one club. We've seen it with Cristiano Ronaldo, but not with one club. And Lionel Messi has stayed in Barcelona, and let's not forget how close he was to leaving Barcelona in the summer. So this record might not have happened, even with Lionel Messi, had it not been for the famous bureaucrats and what have you and all the other nonsense that went on at Barcelona this summer. We were very close to Messi not breaking this record, which then gives you an idea how unlikely it is that anybody, certainly in our lifetimes, is going to come through and somehow be able to get anywhere near this record. This is an amazing achievement, and I don't think people really understand how much of an achievement this is. If you take it all in and you consider all the variables in the game, on and off the field, that he's been as consistent as he has been for one club and being able to score the amount of goals that he has, it's absolutely outstanding. It's absolutely incredible.
Do you think we'll ever see this record beaten, Shaq?
Absolutely not. And Ali, for all the reasons that Ali just highlighted, I think in today's game, because of some of the personalities, we take a few things for granted. That a player like Lionel Messi can be as impactful as he was as a teenager coming off the bench for Barcelona. But then you see Ronaldo do similarly early on, and then with United, you see Kylian Mbappe do that, and you kind of think that that's the norm. Or you kind of think that it's the norm to be well into your 30s and producing the kind of performances that Messi, Ronaldo, and Zlatan do. And it is not. We are just in this odd time where we have these special personalities, these outstanding talents that maybe have raised the bar. I don't think we'll see that again anytime soon, not at both ends of somebody's playing career.
That big individual achievement elsewhere, though, when it comes to teams in La Liga, A huge statement from Atleti today, going away against Real Sociedad, who of course been excellent this season, and winning by 2-0. Typical Atleti fashion, just 3 shots on target between both teams, 2 of them going in for Simeone's side. That puts them 3 points clear at the top of the table. Real Madrid in action tomorrow. Ali, you feel if Atleti are going to win the title, this is how they're going to do it, isn't it?
It is, but I disagree slightly when you said Atleti in a typical Atletico Madrid fashion. I think today, though they scored their first goal of a set piece, which is typical for Atletico Madrid, there were moments in which they could have just sat back and absorbed pressure from Real Sociedad, and they did have some issues in dealing with David Silva, and they did have some issues with the speed of Porto down the right-hand side. But we did see Atletico Madrid willing to play and actually continue to attack. Not creating much, but still continue to attack. And Yannick Ferreira Carrasco was always active down the left-hand side. Suarez, who seems to me like he's carrying a little bit of weight and doesn't seem in the best shape. However, he does make a difference in the second goal because he picks out a run and understands where to move, holds up the defender, lays the ball back, and then of a deflection, then the ball gets to Marco Llorente, who then finishes the game off. But there was a willingness from Atletico Madrid to at the very least go on attack and be a threat on the attacking half so that then Real Sociedad wasn't just parked and just create opportunity after opportunity against Atletico Madrid. It wasn't so much of that Atletico Madrid today. What we saw is you got a 2-0 win. It was a mature performance, and ones that, as you just said, they're going to need some of this if indeed they're going to go on to win this title.
Shaka, when we chatted about it on Sunday, you said Atleti, for you, were still favourites to go on and win the title. Did today's results solidify your opinion?
It does, in a sense. Well, certainly the result certainly goes a long way against a very good Sociedad team, and this is the old cliche of a 6-point at the top of the table. For me, I thought Atleti started really well, and at times it felt like Sociedad couldn't even get out of their own box, and then probably about 15 minutes in, it went back to the usual Diego Simeone kind of, we'll just make sure and keep 10 men behind the ball and just leave Luis Suarez up, who at times really does feel like a passenger for Atletico Madrid. And you see that defensive side to them. When I think, especially when you look at the personalities on the field, they can be so much more. And that's what you saw in the first 15. But then you saw the Diego Simeone come out in the end. Ultimately, I feel that defensively, they cope with everything, maybe outside of Real Madrid and maybe Barca if Messi continues in this form in La Liga, and they certainly have enough talent to continue to beat everybody else. I think they've got enough to go on and win it while the others struggle with their own consistencies.
Gentlemen, as always, thank you very much. Just a reminder, if you ever miss the show, you can always, maybe if you're driving around somewhere or something like that, you can download the daily podcast, which is available over on the website. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.